Alright, so the recording started. I'm going to change stage to random. So, I guess, is there something like a specific skill set or weakness that you're looking to refine that you really want to pull from this lesson? Or was there something you were like looking to improve on?
Ledge trapping.
Ledge trapping. Okay. Sheik is a character that, I mean, she's got a lot of like quick frame data. She has a decent lingering hitbox with her neutral air and stuff like that, and good speed. That's
Yeah.
definitely an area where she can excel. Just with her as a character, it does a lot of the times turn into like a very rinse and repeat heavy play style because you don't have any like super strong hitboxes to be throwing out all the time. So it's a lot of like, I'm gonna hit you
Yeah.
with a light nair or something like that, and then rinse and repeat. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, that's the
Wait.
character that you enjoy.
I
What
think I'm using the wrong control.
do you
Oh,
need?
I'm not. Sorry.
You good? Okay. No, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah. Because my controls say old controls on it, but it says my user.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's because on rooms and stuff, it'll like put your base name of like the Smash account, even though your tag may be different.
Irregular. Alright.
Also after this game, I don't know how important it is to you, but I am getting some echo on the game sound. So if that's something you don't care about, then it won't matter. But you may end up hearing it somewhat in the VOD playback if you end up watching it again.
Oh yeah, I'll have to turn my TV volume down.
That's fine. I just wanted to let you know in case whatever option you wanted to do. How much do you?
Shield damage.
Yeah, double hit down smash with two purples is actually really destructive. How much experience do you have versus Olimar?
0.
Okay, so after this game, I'm actually gonna recommend I play a different character because if you're not very experienced in the Olimar matchup, I personally find Sheik to be a terrible matchup against Olimar.
Yeah, I heard another YouTuber say that.
It's just like you don't hit hard at all, and your frame data means nothing when it's not you don't kill Pikmin very easily. You don't kill me very easily. So you're just hitting me with a couple light hits. And now that I have these transcendent aerials that can just beat you out a lot of the time, it's never really a threatening moment for me. So I'm gonna go a different character just because. Like, if you were more experienced in that, I'd be like, alright, you probably know how to weave around Olimar, but since you're also having to learn how to fight Olimar, it's probably better off if I go someone a bit more straightforward, I guess, to where I can really, like, point out your player flaws as opposed to you just not knowing how to play against Olimar.
Okay. I thought you were gonna grab ledge there.
Yeah, yeah, so, and that's one of the things, like, Olimar his up air's super good at, like, sharking that ledge. So, like, you know what? I'm just going to throw out an up air. If you shield it, I'm safe. If you don't, you're dead. You know, it's like a win-win. Alright, so I'll switch to a different character. Is there any, I guess, I can't play every character, obviously, but is there, like, maybe a character or an archetype of character that you tend to struggle with?
Pikachu, Pichu.
Okay. Is it their speed and size that are kind of giving you trouble?
More like T-Jolt.
T-Jolt?
And
Okay.
Sizen. Yeah, I get.
Alright. I will
But there's other characters I can verse. Yeah, like who do you play?
I can play like Lucina. I can play. Let me look at like the top tiers. I can also play like some heavies. I can play like the Lynx, somewhat. I can go Ganon. I know he's another heavy. I can also play some Sheik. Funny enough, I can do like the Marios.
Mario would be good.
Mario, okay.
Yeah.
Um,
Mario or Lucina.
Lucina. I'll try a game as Mario. I'll try a couple games as Mario, and then I can switch it up to Lucina just to keep it going. But this will be a little bit easier for me to see how you're handling ledge trapping, especially against a character like Mario, whose up B doesn't snap to the ledge.
Mhm. Oh, I didn't tap.
Nice. Was that a running pivot after or pivot down tilt?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I did it in the wrong.
Gotcha.
Either way, you shield pick. So
Yeah, yeah. Oh wow, I thought I was gonna make that. Yeah, you're definitely just like playing it with like where you have a much better idea on what you're doing. You can see a much more solid foundation in your gameplay. You kind of know, like, get a couple hits with Sheik, then wait for me to respond, and then do something or like parry, and then go from there. It's weird to say that you might struggle to kill because like that's just Sheik. Like you're not going to be killing early unless you're hitting a couple of confirms. So I think you got it pretty solidly. But I see what you mean by like in terms of your ledge trapping. It does feel like a lot of the time I'm never too threatened at the ledge outside of like a stray bear that you might land way later. Oh, I got greedy.
Yep.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
I got greedy. Oh!
So,
Got me while I was on it.
as you see, that was a very different like result in that first game, right? And what I did there a lot of the time was like, all right, I played you the first game. I kind of got a general idea on like, all right, he likes to try and shield these options. He likes to be ready to punish those options. I mixed it up. You saw I went for more grabs on you. I was getting. I was like, all right, let's try and play a little bit more. Let's mix it up more. I was mixing up my DI on some of your stuff to make your kill confirms harder because that's how it is with Sheik. Like there was one time where I landed on you, and you,
Yeah.
I think like I nared, you parried it, and then you F tilted me, but I DI'd hard in, so I went straight up slightly behind, and you went the other way with the fair
I wasn't ready.
or the up air.
Yeah.
So like being ready to like mix it up and go, okay, I need to pay, be ready to go. If I'm gonna parry something and go for the F tilt, kind of look into like how they're approaching you and be ready for it. Like you could have thought about it this way, right? I was coming in towards you with my neutral air. So when you F tilt me,
From the left.
me holding that in still, it's gonna be more likely to DI in. Because I'm probably not gonna DI out. Like it's unlikely that she's just gonna kill me off a parried nair or something like that. So kind of getting a better idea on like how your opponent's going to choose their option based off what you're doing. Like you got the parry, sure, but that doesn't ensure you're going to get the kill. That's something I've had to accept in Ultimate a lot. Playing Olimar, who's got very inconsistent punishes due to his Pikmin. But a Sheik, you're very similar as well, where you might have the frame data in some cases, but you don't have the kill power. So kind of taking a step back and going, okay, I'm like doing it this way. I need to, like, I'm ready for this option. Well, I need to be ready for what the subsequent actions that are coming after, or the way that it's playing out. You can't always expect it to go, oh, I'll F tilt up air every time. And then with, like Mario, for example, he has a bit of exploiter recovery, but he can also be a little scary off stage. You saw I caped you one time. He's got decent frame data. His up, he can be a little scary to challenge. Maybe just going out there with, like, a weak nair, maybe trying to fair, bouncing fish. Even just like a single needle or two, like the diagonal ones in the air, just to try and gimp. Because like there's times where you're going like really hard out there, and I think you, instead of going like all the way in, you might want to try and just like poke me with the tip of something. So like nair, like fall with a nair, have the tip of your foot catch me if you want to do something, and then you're kind of staying closer to the ledge, closer to the stage in case you need to tech something if you get hit, or so you can recover more cleanly.
The problem with Sheik's nair is the tip of it doesn't have a hitbox.
Okay.
Like your foot.
Yeah.
It's really
Okay, then you may need to just like, you could try weak bear potentially, like grab ledge, drop down weak bear, or even just like a space fair because it's got that forward facing hitbox on it.
yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
That was good.
No. Oh shit.
I want to look up what it is on that, but off the top of my head, I think that move is like frame 3, frame 4 invincibility on startup, his up B. So that's one of the things you kind of got to be a little careful for when he might use it just like a get off me option.
Yeah. The start is frame 3, but I don't know about the invincible.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to double check, and I'll check it after this match. Yeah, down smash probably would have been better just to cover both sides.
Yeah.
So you see
Like,
how
how does that work?
I knew you were gonna come right into it, dude.
Oh.
Um, so you notice how there was a few times where I was ledge trapping you pretty well. Like I would throw out a
Yeah.
light, quick move, and then I might get to the ground and I'll parry your option, then I'll punish. Or I would kind of jump and fall with that, or I would like rise with a nair. Sorry, I would rise with a nair, and I'd catch your jump because jumping is such a good option for a character like Sheik or something like that because you want to get out a quick aerial. And then at the same time, it also covers like if I do a jump nair, like a short hop nair, it's not only covering your jump option, but it's also covering your regular get up option. And if you roll,
Yeah.
generally characters like Sheik or Mario with their sex kicks, they're so lagless and fast that they can oftentimes get to the ground, react, and then maybe do a turnaround tilt or a turnaround grab or something like that, and then start a combo. So in that instance, I was like, all right, this Nair is going to cover everything. It's a short op, it's not super committal, and it's only really going to lose to maybe like a super well timed, like get up attack, or maybe like a drop down attack option. And that doesn't even guarantee it because I'm probably still going to land with no lag and have the potential to shield. So like when I'm ledge trapping a lot of the time, it's like trying to get a beat on what my opponent is going to do at the ledge. Like looking at the character I'm fighting, because every character has different options at the ledge, right? Someone like Cloud might drop down from ledge, jump up B, and try and get me off the ledge, whereas someone like, you know, Diddy Kong might drop down, jump away, try and side B. So there's a bunch of different ways that you need to go about it. And evaluating each individual character's strengths and weaknesses is important, right? Like, say you're fighting that Diddy Kong, like I mentioned. He might want to drop down from ledge, jump back inside B. So maybe down tilt or maybe like a runoff aerial provides a little bit more use there because you're going to be going down with him and putting out a hitbox. Let me look up this Mario thing.
Okay. Like I knew about the Sheik like neutral air thing to cover jump and neutral get up, and then if they roll, you have a really good chance of getting a tilt or just a flash. But the thing, like when I play, like when I first Game & Watches,
yeah,
they always do a rising aerial, and it just ruins the whole.
Game & Watch is a weird character because his aerials are pretty disjointed, and the thing is, a lot of the times you have to just respect him when you're near him because his up B is frame 3 invincible. Also, Mario's up B is invulnerable on frames 3 through 6. So it is a really good just get off me option. But yeah, not Little Mac. Game & Watch is one of those characters where it's like you have him at the ledge. You might be better off, honestly, letting him kind of get back on stage and outplaying him. That's one of those matchups. Like even as like an Olimar player, or when I was watching what's his name, Meister at Smash Con, for instance. I even played him in some matches. There are times where you don't have an option. It is I have to respect this option because I can't punish it. I can't do it in this scenario. My character is not capable of it. And that's one of those, like, you have to accept your character's flaws or their character being so strong in that one specific area. And Game & Watch is one of those characters where you kind of take your hits, you hit and run, and then you kind of stop him before he gets his attack out on stage. But off stage, it's very scary because his up B and his air, like his up air, his nair, they're both massively disjointed. His up B, it's just a great force off me option. So when he's at the ledge like that, you can try and like down tilt him or maybe like fair him as he's rising, but it might be better off being like, you know what, I'll let you get back on stage and I'll play you again there. And then maybe next time I knock you off stage, I'll be a little bit more aggressive and try and hit you before you get to the ledge. Or if you want to get really ballsy, you could even potentially try ledge trump bearing him. Like when you start getting him knocked off stage a little bit more and you're like, okay, he's You know, he's recovering the ledge dot. I have an option. I'll throw in a random mix-up runoff ledge trump bear, and then that could potentially score a stock pretty early. Or you could, if you want to mix it up, go for like run at the ledge like he's gonna do something, and then like let him drop off ledge, maybe up B or try and hit you, and then shield it, and then see how you want to go from there, and maybe evaluate and get a better beat on his options. Because like if you know he's always gonna aerial from somewhere, maybe next time you could run up to the ledge and you could like let him. You could run up to the ledge and then jump back in a moment, and when he drops down and jumps to do an aerial, you could like jump an aerial needle and get some free percent on him, and just kind of keeping him guessing so he doesn't get comfortable and always doing the same option.
Okay. Makes sense.
Oh, oops. I meant to wall jump, but I messed it up.
I didn't mean to wall jump.
I feel like that's usually how Sheiks end up getting caught there. They're like, I didn't want to grab that wall.
Yeah, I wanted to just grab the ledge.
So you see how I'm constantly mixing up my ledge options? Like there was the one time where I did it like a falling aerial or whatever. I think I empty hopped, and then I read your regular get up and I grab you. And there was another time where I ran off the stage and I threw out an aerial, and then I landed on the stage, and I still had enough time to like get up and catch a regular get up or your roll if you potentially did something. Like, it's a mix of me having a general idea of what you want to do based on your percent. Like, if you're at a higher percent, you generally want to do something less committal because you don't want to die, right? You're not going to want to do a get-up attack very often, or, like, a super committal, like, roll if you're at a higher percent and you think you're going to die. But I'm also kind of coercing you into doing it. I'm like, all right, I'm going to run off stage, and I'm going to throw out this hitbox, and you're going to want to get off the ledge because you don't want the hitbox to hit you if you're on the ledge. But at the same time, you're not going to want to do something like super obvious that's going to get you punished and super committal. And regular get-up's like a pretty standard, safe-feeling option. So there, I had a better idea that you were going to do it, and then I was able to like notice that you did. I reacted, and then I punished. All right, I'm going to try some games with Lucina, if that's all right. Figure I'll just keep you on your toes. Dang, I was hoping I could at least kill you too. Oh, that's nice.
Thanks. Oh, I meant to ledge jump there.
Oh, okay. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
This is a matchup that I've played with a friend of mine quite a bit. From the Sheik perspective, I usually fight as Lucina with Sheik. It's one of those annoying matchups because her up B is so good to just like you saw, you F tilted me at 0 and I'm like, you don't get to follow up. And
Zero Seek doesn't do anything off F tilt.
yeah, and the kill power is not evenly distributed between the two of us. But I felt like you were still doing pretty well in neutral. Like you have a very solid foundation on generally what you're supposed to do in that, like. And when you're playing Sheik, you're like, okay, yeah, I know when to get a hit, when to get out of here. Your combos are pretty nice. The even not just ledge trapping, but even edge guarding, I feel is a little bit weak with Sheik. Like yours specifically, because you don't. I feel like you don't have the. I don't want to say the know-how, but the general like. You don't give yourself the confidence to go out there and be like, you know what, I'm gonna run out there and I'm going to hit this like back air on him or something like that.
Yeah, I don't edge guard often.
And with a character like Sheik, you that's one of the areas that, and I'm sure that's why you contacted me, that's one of the areas that you really want to reinforce, because it's so important to milk like every scenario you have for what, the most. No one expects that, dude.
I never seen that in my life, so that was pretty cool. Oh, that has no lag.
Or what, Shieldbreaker?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it would be have more.
Oops. Oh, I thought I was
Oh,
gonna grab the ledge.
same.
I think it was because my back was to it, and the grab ledge or the grab box is smaller in your back.
Oh.
But that was better there. I felt like you were getting a little bit more aggressive off stage, or like at least near the ledge. I could see your ledge trapping developing some, and it was working better more. Like you would try and go for these, like, oh, I'll do this, just to kind of coerce you into maybe like rolling, and then I'll come punish you. And that's just something that you're obviously going to refine in time. But the fact that you started to do it a bit more is much better. There we go. Yeah, I had to hit you with the mix-up. I was like, he definitely ain't gonna expect this.
Yeah.
I went a little too low.
Oh, I missed.
I thought you were gonna go out there with another fair, to be honest.
I was gonna bounce fish because of the air dodge lag.
Yeah, that's true.
This will be free. And I like this. Oh.
Well, we take those.
Yep.
Motion up tilt.
No.
Call you slipping. That's a Sheik life. Be trashing me the whole game. Slip up once. I'm here.
I wanted to hit you with the random up B and see if that worked, but it wouldn't have killed anyway, so I shouldn't have went for it.
Yeah. No, but it's. I think you were doing pretty good with like a lot of like just the call outs, like the needles and then the like aerial. Whenever I try and run in, just like constantly keep me on my toes. I make it much harder to get in.
I usually do it against Lucina because she's really slow.
Yeah, she doesn't. She doesn't have the speed. She doesn't have a projectile, so you can kind of just constantly wall around, and make it really annoying. Damn.
Yes.
So right there, that was a good example of like using the. But even that, like I knew you were gonna want to roll because of how I was near the ledge and I thought the dare. So like there, a roll would have been like the most, to me, obvious choice, at least because it was gonna put you the farthest away from me, and I was kind of chasing you.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it just let me react and then punish you.
Okay. Neutral air.
There we go.
You went behind me somehow.
I'm a slippery dude.
She the spin, I guess.
Oh, that was nice. I can see as we're playing more, especially against Lucina, you're getting a lot more comfortable calling things out. Your ledge trap's improving, so the improvement's definitely there. It's the biggest thing is just to being very like mentally aware of it and cognitive and going, yeah, all right, now I need to be able to like go for this mix up. Now I need to get a beat on what they're gonna do. Because like when you get into an autopilot-y kind of like mindset, it can be very easy to kind of just like let it slip out of your thought process and just kind of go back to the, maybe I'll just wait or like needle at the ledge or something like that, or do something that's not super optimal. I was like, you want to put that foot out, man? I'll take it. No worries.
Yeah.
Oh, I tried to get my counter arm, but I was a little too slow.
Oh.
Oh wow, I didn't think that was gonna kill. No, I thought I had you with my up B.
I hate up. Actually, I don't hate up B. I hate drift. Like,
Yeah,
'cause
yeah.
I would like to up smash, but then drifting really messes me.
Yeah, I can do that. It definitely can. Trying to think of another character that I can go that'd be a solid. Are you fine with me going Wolf? Because I feel like he's a character that can be generally a bit more predictable to edgeguard, and I want to see how you do against him.
Yeah, I usually just use needles.
Needles? Okay. We'll see if I can keep you on your toes. Oops.
Oh, I hate when DI in messes with that.
Oh yeah, DIN, yeah, it can throw off a lot of stuff. Yeah. And that's honestly, like, you can do that with ledge trapping a lot of time. You don't always have to immediately catch them as they get up, but instead kind of trick them into thinking they're going to be able to hit you if they go for an option. Like, their shield was, like, or, oops, grab was such a good option for you because you thought I was going to shield, but I was just, like, just out of your spacing.
Oh, I used my double jump. I didn't even have to.
Yeah, yeah. Oops. So you saw there, like, you were getting some combos, but you never really had a chance to edge guard me. And that, my thought process was like, alright, I'm going to keep mixing up on your combos. I'm going to keep making it hard. I have frame data that can kind of rival yours in terms of safeness. Oh, wasn't bad, yeah. There we go.
Oh. I can't believe I went to the right.
Tried to nair, should have dodged. Huh.
Shit.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
Sheep.
Oh, I thought I was gonna make it.
Oh.
But yeah, that's pretty good. I like the ledge trump bear. I think incorporating that's pretty good. But you saw, like, you were hitting me with needles too often, so it might be worth more going out there, and going like, oh, I'll run off Farum real quick while he's still recovering. Obviously, it can be a bit risky because things like side B are so powerful and stuff. But just maybe just trying to get a little bit more risky in there. Every now and then, obviously, ledge trapping is fine. Kind of waiting at the ledge and going. Um, but like, I was mixing up my recovery so well that you just couldn't have a reliance on just doing needle.
Okay. Yeah, because I can't really needles up beat. That shield post.
Yeah. Oops.
Or she could do.
I'm sure a lot of characters wish they had enough kill power as well as down smash. No. That's weird.
Hello?
Can you hear me? Hello?
Oh, I think he just.
Can you hear me?